Hello, fellow word lovers. Welcome to Words I Love, where I talk about words I love. I'm Professor Snoozy. I'm so happy you could join me. Today, I will be breaking down this week's words. For those of you just joining us, I produce one short video flashcard every day with a word I personally love. Every week, I make this video where I talk about the word roots, I talk about other part of speech forms, and I talk about how often you may hear different uses of the words of the week. So get ready, we're going to start right up and talk about this week's words. Arduous, cumbersome, flaw, hackneyed, illustrate, jargon, and lampoon. But first, make sure you pay attention to the other guy. Subscribe and learn a new word every day. Let's break down the word arduous. Arduous comes from Latin arduous, which means high or steep. Like Sisyphus's slope, it is hard to get to. So arduous means very labor intensive or hard to do. It will leave me tired after doing it. We'll use arduous to describe long, heavy, labor-intensive work. Arduous is an adjective, and the noun form we use also arduousness. A lot of adjective words that are us mean having the quality of. The ness suffix will make that adjective into a noun. You will hear this word often. Let's talk about the word cumbersome. If we break it down, it's cumber and some. Cumber comes from the same Latin word where we get combine. Think of a wall. A wall has many bricks that come together. We carry this together. In that way, cumber is a hard thing to get around. It's a blockade. It's a barrier. It's an obstruction. Cumber means hard to wield, too heavy to carry. It's too big and it doesn't fit in the right place. Some is a suffix you will see very often that means prone to do this. So cumbersome means it is probably going to be hard to wield. It is probably going to be a block for someone, an obstruction. You will see the word cumbersome often enough. Let's break down the word flaw. It comes from an Old Norse word by way of Old English. It means a flake or a fault. Think of an old painting. You'll see cracks start to form after a long time because the paint will break. Those are flaws. Those little imperfections are flaws. Flaw can be a noun or a verb. To flaw is to make a little problem in something. Flawed is an adjective. If you add the suffix less, flawless means without flaws. You will hear the word flaw very often. Let's break down the word hackneyed. A hackney is a horse someone rents to go from one town to the next. This horse might be overused by too many people. In this way, hackneyed becomes a joke or an expression that people say so much it's not funny anymore and doesn't really mean anything. This word is related to the word hack. A hack writer is a writer who writes just for money and doesn't worry about the quality of the work that they put out. A hack is also another word for a cab driver or a cab because of this old word hackney. In most circles, you don't hear this word very much. If you like to talk about books or writing, though, you will hear it very often. It is also a word we see on tests. Let's break down the word illustrate. Illustrate comes from a Latin root that means to light up. To light up words, we would draw pictures in this case. Illustrate then means to draw pictures or designs to show off the words next to them. Illustrate is a verb. Illustrated is an adjective. Illustration is a noun. An illustration is a picture that someone draws of something that they hear or they read. You will hear this word very often. Let's talk about the word jargon. Jargon is a fun one. Jargon comes from an old French word, and it means the chattering of birds. They're always tweeting to each other or singing to each other, and we don't pay attention to them. There are ways in many cultures and in many languages to change the sounds of common words so that the people who know the way to change it can understand it, and other people near them can't understand it. In English, we have Pig Latin. Pig Latin is when we say a word, we take off the first syllable and we move it to the end of the word and put the vowel sound A after it. For instance, the word light would be ite lay. The word plant would be ant play or lant pay, depending on who you ask. This is a way to speak in front of others so others can't understand you unless they know the trick. Jargon comes to mean close to the same thing. If people start to hang around each other, if people are interested in the same thing, the language that they use starts to evolve so fast that people outside of this group won't be able to necessarily understand them. Most professions and any kind of sport or any fandom will have words that the people within that group understand that people from outside might not understand. Jargon is a noun. You will hear the word jargon often. Let's break down the word lampoon. People think that the word lampoon comes from an old French word that means to drink, and that means to drink alcohol, to guzzle, to drink all at once. Apparently, when people drink a lot, they will start to make fun of each other. They will start to ridicule. They will start to laugh. And that's where we get the word lampoon. Lampoon is both a noun and a verb. You won't hear this word very often, but it is a word you will see on tests. Thank you so much for joining me as I broke down this week's word. Be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. We took a small step today towards building a better vocabulary. But remember, loving words is a road, not a destination. We walk it step by step. We live it day by day. We build it brick by brick. I'm Professor Snoozy. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.